Welcome back to another episode of How It Works. Hello, my name is Ken Baker from GreenPro Solutions, and today we're going to be talking about the filter system within your unit. Typically on this type of equipment, the filter is located on the underpart of the sprinter of this particular unit. Now the sprinter is a very critical part of how this truck works and works efficiently. The system acts as two different types of operations. One is to filter the water before it goes into the pump, and the other feature of this is to drain the tanks for winterization, changing out hoses, or maintenance. Before you end up taking this off here, you want to be able to put it in a container underneath here, and you want to shut this valve off, which will allow no product to go through the filter. Now there will be a residual coming out of the filter, which you want a containment to trap that. Now this is your filter, stainless steel mesh. It will enable you to filter any small byproducts such as compost tea or the granular products before it goes into your pump. You want to clean this daily. It's a necessity to do so. There are O-rings on the outsides of these which can be replaced annually. There is another O-ring which is on the lid part. This O-ring needs to be replaced once a year, maybe twice, depending on the types of products you use, can react to the rubber and they make them swell very big. And so when you go to put your cap on, there's a time when these O-rings either fall off and you go to put it on, you don't know it, and then your pump would not have any suction at all because it's sucking air because the O-ring fell off, or it gets pinched because it's too big. So you want to make sure that's seated very nicely. And then you can take your clean filter and you put it back in and you put the lid on. If you take this off, clean your filter, and you want to drain out one of your tanks because you're weatherizing, or you're trying to repair a hose or something, you can open up your valve and you can drain that tank out by simply opening the tank on your manifold. So once you're done draining, doing whatever you want to, make sure close that, put your filter in, it seats itself, and take your cap and hand tighten. You don't need to use any tools of any sort, just hand tighten with your hand. Now there's three main reasons why your system fails. One is because they don't tighten this nut tight enough with their hand only. The O-ring gets pinched, or it falls in when you put it in, or they leave this valve closed and they do not open it. So these are the three number one reasons why, when I get calls, why this does not work. Now there's a safety feature on this. On the very back, there's a little brass component, and it's called a vacuum breaker. This vacuum breaker is designed to where if this filter is clogged, it will suck air. This will open up and suck air. Though the pump works proficiently with water, it would rather pump air into your system than nothing at all. So when you're maintaining this each year, you need to clean your filter and maintain your O-rings for proper operations. Thank you for joining us for another episode of How It Works.